We're back with Stacey Fenwick, and she is the chair of the board of the Habitat for Humanity Okanagan. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Lisa Marie.
Well, thank you for being here. You're a big part of this set already without even really knowing it. So Habitat, for those that don't know what they do, I mean, Habitat's global. It's something that most people know about. But locally in the Okanagan, there's the restores.
Yeah, so we have the restores, and really we're a social enterprise with the restore, meaning that the profits for the restore actually go into building homes for families here in the Okanagan. So we've been actually around the Okanagan since 1992. Since 1992, we've helped 34 families. However, because of our restores, which the first one was open in 2013, we've been able to scale up and build capacity. So this year we'll be starting 15 homes.
Just in this year?
In this year, yes.
Okay. For people that want to know, when their donations go to something, they always want to know what happens next. And I know some charities, like some stores, kind of act more charitable than they really are. Things like Value Village, where people think that when they donate, it's going to a good cause. And you know, a lot of the percentage that actually goes to charity is very small. But with what you guys do, you guys actually have tangible results showing when you donate, the money is going to this family here in Lake Country or this family. Do you have some examples of some families that it's like, here's where your money went?
The story of the families that we help are often, they've moved 9 times in 10 years because they move into a rental home and then it's sold out from under them.
Especially in the market here in the Okanagan.
Yeah, especially in the Okanagan. Okay, so this is often what happens is it's the first time that a child will invite a school friend over to his home because he's no longer embarrassed about where he lives.
And that's so sad.
Yeah.
When I heard that gave me chills. What other kind of stories have you heard from some of the success stories that you guys have had here in Okanagan?
So we've had a number of families that have actually been able to get conventional mortgages. And so, you know, basically now they're in the homeowner market. So what happens with affordable, a lot of governments right now are focusing on affordable rentals. The problem with affordable rentals is, yes, we do need affordable rentals and we need nonprofit organizations that fill that need, but we actually need to be able to move people beyond that so that they can get off that hamster wheel and build generational wealth. Right. And this allows their children to go to post-secondary education, and that's often what happens with our families.
Well, in the rental market, you just never know, and especially with things like Airbnb now, so many people are being pushed out of their rentals because really as a landlord, who really wants to rent to a mother with 3 children and a dog and a cat, right? So
exactly.
It really limits you, and you should be able to have those things. You should be able to, you know, live in a house and have pets and children.
Yeah, have a home.
Without worrying all the time when that call's going to come or the letter saying you've got this long to vacate the property.
Right, and each year the rent goes up.
Right. So Habitat not only helps in the Okanagan, but it helps globally. In what ways have you seen the impact globally with Habitat?
Well, we globally, we're in lots of different countries, and I had the opportunity to take my 16-year-old son to Malawi in July of last year. And it was a fantastic experience. There was 12 volunteers, and in the 7 days, we started with a foundation, and we built a 4-room brick home for a family, and the roof was on after 7 days.
Now, I always say that all kids should have to go to other countries and kind of, you know, see how people live to kind of gain perspective on how lucky we are in North America. Did it change anything in your son?
Well, when I drove him home from school today, he came home, and I know this sounds like, okay, he's 16. He came home and he's like, Mom, I'll clean out the dishwasher for you. I know you're busy and you have to go to this
Say no more. Every mother's dream.
So he actually realizes how lucky he is,
yeah,
and how fortunate he is, and he's just that much, I mean, he worked so hard for those 7 days, you know, building bricks. So when he has to do household chores, he just realizes how fortunate we are.
I do get in trouble sometimes when I say that people should take their kids to third world countries, because some people will say, well, you don't need to exploit other people for the sake of teaching your kids a lesson. But I really do think there is a value in just being able to be more compassionate and empathize with, being able to see right there where some people don't have access to clean water, a roof over their heads.
So, the thing about, exploitation, I don't really, our program globally is a lot different because the local habitat actually goes to communities. That community actually decides which family is most in need, and they decide, who we're going to help.
So it's just like the Okanagan, but just globally.
Yeah, just globally. And there wouldn't have been access to a home without habitat.
Right.
So it's not like we're taking, like jobs away from trades. There's typically, 3 supervisors on site with the volunteers. But it's a project that wouldn't have happened without the 12 volunteers with their contribution that basically provides the funds to build the home.
Right.
And then their volunteer labor.
Well, what I really like about it is that many times people go on mission trips and do all these things in third world countries and ignore the things that are happening in our own backyard. Where with Habitat, I really, really appreciate how you guys are very involved locally and globally, so that you have that backing. Now, with Habitat for Humanity, what kinds of ways can people help out here in the Okanagan?
Okay, so we have 285 volunteers that came out to help us last year between builds and in our restores. We have 35 staff that run our 3 restores as well as our affiliate office. So, and the items that you can actually take to Habitat's restores is actually what helps fund building these homes. So things like furniture, used building materials. If you go to Habitat for Humanity Okanagan's website, there's actually a list of the things that we take and the things that we can't take. But we also have like an estate service so that you can call us and we have a cube van that we can come out and actually,
Clean you out?
Clean you out, yeah. So like if someone's downsizing and you're not sure. But
or like the elders, we have a lot of
Yes.
the generation with parents and grandparents having to figure out what to do with all the stuff.
Exactly.
So I've had 3 grandparents in the last 5 years. We've had to deal with 26 or 36 years of stuff they've accumulated.
Yeah.
And it's very overwhelming. So it's nice to know there is ways to downsize.
Yeah. So if you do call, we can basically assess what we can take and what we can't. But and then obviously load it up and take what we can. We also do kitchens. So if you're doing
Say no more. Well, actually, you can continue, but I need to tell you something.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead, tell me about your kitchens, and I'll tell you about my kitchen.
Okay, so if you're trying to renovate your kitchen, call up our restore because we have volunteers that will come and take the cabinets out and resell them at our restores.
I didn't know that part. I gave away my kitchen cabinets, but my entire kitchen is from Restore. My house is basically a showroom for Restore.
Awesome.
I have, and people come into my house and they're like, wow, this is beautiful. And I'm like, everything is secondhand, like everything. So I was able to get a beautiful marble, like granite countertop.
Oh, yes.
Not marble, granite countertop island.
We have marble sometimes too.
Yeah, the U.S. have full kitchens. And it could be as simple as I heard through the grapevine that the people that donated this kitchen, it's a $70,000 kitchen. They donated it because they wanted something more modern, and this was too contemporary. I'm like, I will take your contemporary, and it looks amazing. And it's like a $70,000 kitchen that I got for I think $5,500. And there was one piece of cracked granite, but we just made a wood countertop, and it's just amazing, right? So
That's awesome.
It's helping everybody. And
that actually didn't go to our dump, right?
Exactly.
Our landfill.
And I don't think people understand all the amazing things that you can find in places like Restore. I get my paint there. I get a lot of my tools, any of like screws and nails and basically everything. And now with our set too. So if you find a nice coffee table and a rug, let us know.
Okay.
So what's your guys' website and how can people
So
find you?
Habitat for Humanity Okanagan is our website.
Okay.
You can donate, you can volunteer your time, donate furniture, donate money. Let us know if you're interested in coming out to help with our builds.
I would love to do that.
Let's do a
So
show
sign
around
me
it.
up. Maybe after this one comes
Okay.
out. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming, and thank you guys so much for being such a big part of our set. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having us here.